but I very much care what other people think.
I do. If everyone else was jumping,
What the fuck? I spilled stuff all over me. I must have a drinking problem. I've changed. I have. I think it's better to wear a dark hoodie when you're just like hanging out playing games and stuff, because then if you spill you won't notice for longer, and then you could get more use out of your clothes. That's a that's a Ribbon Life pro tip right there. Alright. Hi guys. Vlog 3. I think this week is gonna be all about just, I don't know, life. One of the first things is that Brutus, who is a social kitty, and me, who is a social butterfly, have wanted to go out. Brutus, not so much. He can't really vote. But we took a vote, and the votes were unanimous that we were going to start going on walks. So I had a carrier from one of my previous cats, like a little Snuggie, and he sits in it. And we went down, we were getting the mail a few times to get him used to it, but it was really small for him. So I ordered him a new one online, and it is amazing. I got this color. I think there were other colors. So it has this roll down top that you can close. You don't want your kitty peeking out the top, but I keep it rolled back for the Brutal so he can see out. And then there's this. And that, sometimes when we're walking about, I leave this open. That's how you can pop his head out. But if we're going into an establishment or if it's unsafe, I can close it. And one of the features I really like is that it has this where you can clap it together. Because some of my kitties are escape artists. Brutus is one of them. It has, just more pouches. This is a thing on the front you can open, and all those zippers have the clasps. It has a little water bottle pouch and some, little Velcro pouches for you to put your stuff. And there's like document pouches. It's like for a backpack. These are padded. Like this is nice. This is padded so it won't hurt your back. So like I said, you can wear it. I mean, it's designed to be a backpack. But because I want to see Brutus when we're walking, I just made the strap short and I wear it on my front, and then like I said, I can open his little flap and just tuck it back, and then he can poke his head out and people can see him. And on the inside, here's that strap I was talking about. See, it's bungee, but it's sewn in really good. It's like into the seams. So it's got this. So I still always make Brutus wear his harness when he's in the carrier, and I clip him to it. And then the bottom is just, let's see, just like some fleece on the bottom. But it's really big. He can sit upright, which he really likes. But there's enough space where if he wanted to curl up and lay down, he could too. So I think this is one of the ones I've been most happy with. So yeah, that's the new carrier that Brutus got, and we are gonna be on the town. Yes, we're very regal. He's grunting up a storm here. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's like, look at those horizontal ears. Like he's not happy to be on camera. Look at him! Look at him, my little baby dragon! Doesn't he look like Toothless? Look at my little Toothless. Look at him. Look at him. People, like, this is why, like, you think you're fierce? You're fucking adorable. Is this your mean face? Is this your mean face? Who has a mean face? You have a mean face. Now he's just like, God damn it, mommy. After the vet, I went to Common Market, which is our local bodega, and I had to get stamps because I had to mail some letters. And so I walked in, I had Brutus on the carrier, and everyone's talking to him and everything. There was actually the ASPCA was out front, and they were like enamored with him. They're like, oh my God, and they're like touching him and everything. So anyway, I go in Common Market, and I asked the cashier, I'm like, do you sell stamps here? And she's like, no. And she tells me where to get them, which I know. You can go to the post office. It's like 4 blocks away, but I didn't want to walk 4 blocks. I only wanted to walk like a block and a half. So anyway, as I'm like, I thank her and I go to leave, and some guy comes up to me and he's like, excuse me, did I just hear you asked to buy a stamp? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're going to mail a letter? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's wild, man. And then he like shakes my hand, and then he's walking away like shaking his head. He's like, mail a letter. So who has 2 thumbs and is hipster? This girl. Okay guys, Okay guys, I want to show you this because this is the coolest part of my new apartment. I didn't even know the Postal Service could do this. So this doesn't happen often. This happens with stuff that is sent like parcel post. So I go into my mailbox. The first time it happened, this was fucking shocking. All right, so there's like a key, right? Take this key and it has a note on it. Where is it? Right here. It's upside down. You have mail in 26p. So then you look at all these boxes at the bottom and you find 26p, which is always this one underneath here. And then you like open this. Hold on. Wait, I know how keys work. I've done puzzle games before. Oh my God, right? Did you even know the post office could do this shit? It's like a fucking treasure hunt. I want keys for all my mail. I just want keys in my mailbox, and then I want to have to search through all these boxes to find my mail. How do I request that? I also took my bicycle out this week for the first time in like 2 years. It's been fun, and I did it. I rode my bike, so there you go. Ruben and her bicycle. Tires weren't holding air when I rode it. But then, so I was concerned because I'm like, I don't know how to get, I think I talked about this on stream, like getting some bicycle tires and figuring out how to like change the tires on the bike. I pumped them up again, but yeah, they by the time I got to the salon and then I left, I went to the bakery, and then by the time I got home, it was like sketchy to ride on, like they were getting flat again. They're probably only half the air pressure they should be. So I was trying to figure out a bicycle shop near me because my car isn't able to accommodate the bicycle. Maybe pump up the tires and just drive it over there real fast. But as I was searching, I found a mobile bicycle place called the Spokeezy. Hey guys, good news. My bicycle is going to the doctor. Someone's here to pick it up, do a tune-up, check the tires, and then I'll be able to ride again. But the service they offered was to come over to my apartment, pick up my bike. They'll actually do repairs and stuff on site, but because I wanted a tune-up and possibly the tires changed, they took my bike with them. They're going to do it, and I should be getting it back either today or tomorrow, but sometimes this week, you know, assuming nothing is drastically wrong. So it was easy. I like it. I like that there is a solution, and I'm excited to get my bicycle back so fast because, man, that was going to be a big hill to climb. Like, I would have no idea how to change tires on a bicycle. Ooh, that would have been a casual Friday to remember. But now we don't have to. Now we can just get on to bicycle riding. So I also did a little bit of organizing in my house. I organized all my hats. And these aren't even actually all of my hats. These are just the hats I brought with me. So I don't know. I think it's, I would say maybe 2/3 of my hat collection. This is actually one of my first hats. It's a Burberry, and I got it off clearance. It's one of the first hats I've ever had, and I have it to this day. It's one of my favorites. I've like worn it out. This is like my equivalent of a baseball cap. Like I throw this on when I don't do my hair, I'm running out, like this is my thing. Second most worn style of hat, and this is the second one I got, my second hat. Also another Burberry, but is like these bucket style fisherman hats. So these are the other style of hats that you'll see me wear a lot. I have so many of these. Like this style. That one's more of a safari hat. I have it in green too. That was a Rip and Dip. This is a Kangol hat. Milady. It's just from a shop in Arkansas, but it's made out of paper. A farm hat from Arkansas. Actually, I love the detail on this one. And then it's got like the pink on the inside. I bought it totally because of the bow. When your name is Ribbon, you find things with bows on them and you buy them because it's awesome. This is a peach bloom velour. This is an actual antique hat. If I go out for brunch or tea, I like to dress from these when I get a little fancy. I'm going to the Kentucky Derby and I'm wearing this hat. You know, I think that you can never be overdressed or overeducated But I will say that it is hard to fit a top hat into modern day. It's a legit top hat. It's from Meyer the Hatters in New Orleans. And I can switch out this band. So right now I have the purple with the red flower. I also have a gold band with, I think, a green flower or a green feather that I can switch it out on here too. So that's what's up, Pat. Gen Con tickets went on sale actually last Sunday, and so I bought tickets. I am going to Gen Con this year, just as an attendee, but I'm very excited. I haven't been to Gen Con in about a year or two, so that's 4 days in gaming, and I will see you guys there. So, I mean, that's pretty much my update for this week. I just did a lot of stuff this week, and I think it was a good week. And yeah, guys, it was fun. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Follow me on Twitch and set up notifiers so you know when I go live. Follow me on Instagram for everything else. You can follow me on YouTube now so you know when these things hit. And I'll see you guys next time.